welcome back Simone Biles.
World champion! Another extraordinary moment.
Nights like this, why we love college football.
Scheffler back on top of the world. A lot of stars for you on Sunday Night Football.
Do your hand, not look down. Let's go.
Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
Keep swinging. Be one of them games, okay?
Tonight, Sunday Night Football, everybody watching.
Another big play. Unbelievable defense.
What a celebration going on.
The Browns have stunned this crowd.
Adams! Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah!
Commitment's excellent.
My name is Master.
Josh Dobbs! Incredible!
A win that we'll never forget.
Crosby does a strut. A laser! Hold him back!
No.
So after all of the turbulence and changes, Antonio Pierce led the Raiders to their best game of the season last week as the interim head coach, and he's hoping to do the same thing here on Sunday night. Davante Adams really hasn't gotten going, but according to his IG stories, he spent a little bit of time with his old buddy Aaron Rodgers last night, who's in the building with the Jets, trying to bounce back after their 3-game winning streak was snapped. All right, denim tears apparently is the outfit of Sunday Night Football coming for Week 10, and I'm just so glad that neither of these guys and I match in any way, shape, or form. Welcome to Football Night in America. Maria Taylor, Devin McCourty, and Jason Garrett. And it's already been a fun week. We've seen some games kind of coming down to the wire. There are still some games coming down to the wire, but the one that matters most to you right now, Jason, was the Browns' comeback victory over the Ravens.
Yeah, what matters to me is the Cleveland Browns' resilience. Baltimore has been dominant here the last month of the season. They were up early in this ball game, but that's the play right there. Lamar Jackson throws the interception. Greg Newsome intercepted for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson struggled early. His feet came alive late. He made a ton of plays. Dustin Hopkins missed a PAT. He comes back and kicks the game winner. Wow.
That's all good, Jason. But this Houston team, a lot of people thought they weren't even going to be pretty good. They're fighting. They're going to be in the playoffs maybe this year. And it's C.J. Stroud throwing to the likes of Dalton Schultz and Noah Brown. Two guys the Cowboys didn't
Those
even,
are my
they didn't
guys
even want
right
them.
there.
They didn't want them, Jason. And then they come on with a late game winner right there. C.J. Stroud just doesn't blink. He doesn't feel pressure.
I hope you're all buying stock in the Texans because they have proved it for the last 2 weeks for sure. All right, we had questions surrounding the 49ers. We got a lot of answers, though, Chris, this week.
That's right. They're healthy. They're rested after the bye week. You need to buy some stock in the 49ers, I think, with their new look on defense. It's, yes, the Ohio State boys. Nick Bosa, Chase Young, little strip sack fumble, harass Trevor Lawrence all day. Oh, Brock Purdy back on his A-game, one-on-one. George Kittle. 49ers are healthy on both sides of the ball. Shanahan has his toys. Watch out. They were really impressive. Dominated Jacksonville today. Pittsburgh playing some Pittsburgh football. Running the ball. Matt Canada on the sidelines, and the offense has looked better. Jalen Warren, Najee Harris, the Steelers O-line beat up the Packers D-line all game long. Defense created chaos. They get a win. They're 6-3. Oh my gosh, that AFC North. And then the magical story continues. What? I mean, this guy was on another team 3 weeks ago. Now he's carving up defenses for the Minnesota Vikings with his arm, his legs. TJ Hawkinson was his go-to guy today. And there they are. Kirk Cousins hurt. Doesn't matter, Maria. They're 6-4, the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay, let's continue with what matters as we give you an FNIA alert. It's been a track meet between the Lions and the Chargers. 4th down decision here. It's 4th and 2. Lions going for it and convert.
Sam Laporta over the middle. This has been an aggressive game all day long. The track meet. We'll see where this goes.
Seconds to go. This is exactly what happens. The field goal attempt is good. Detroit gets the victory 41-38. That's right, Dan Campbell. Be excited.
Finding ways to win in Detroit. That's my guy right there.
There you go. All right, so these are the scores so far of our Week 10 late games. We're going to get you the highlights of all of them as they come to an end also. And also, we've got the Arizona Cardinals about to kick a field goal. We'll keep you posted. But let's get out to Las Vegas, where our guys, Jack Collinsworth, Rodney Harris, and Tony Dungy are hanging out with the Raiders this week.
Maria, it is the dawn of a new era in the desert. For the first time all year, it feels like that autumn wind is back behind the Raiders. And since Antonio Pierce took over, the energy, the attitude of the Raiders, it just feels rejuvenated right now, doesn't it?
Black hole, right?
It does. It really does.
Yeah, the Raiders, they want to continue to ride that wave of energy and emotion that's surrounding the team. But offensively, they told me they want to get back to running the football, controlling the line of scrimmage, and that means Josh Jacobs 25 times touching the ball.
You talk about the positivity with the Raiders. It's there with the Jets, too. We wouldn't know it. Their fans think the sky is falling. Our quarterback's not playing well. Offensive line is hurt. But they feel confident. They feel like they've got the raw material of a playoff team. A great defense, a good running game, and good attitude right
Coach,
now.
they got a legitimate chance.
Yes, sir.
Time to figure out what the Jets are made of. And they've already played some of the top teams very well, picking up big-time wins against Buffalo and Philly. Remember, they play Kansas City tough as well on Sunday Night Football. When we come back, what makes the Jets defense one of the best in football? Football Night in America. Just get going.
Another FNIA alert. Kyler Murray, our first look at him returning from injury, driving down one. He finds Trey McBride.
Oh, and Maria, he just made a crazy scramble to play before this. Finds Trey McBride, who was his go-to target of the day.
Yeah, that was good for 33 yards, setting up this 23-yard field goal by Matt Prater. And it is good.
Way to go, Cardinals. Way to go, Kyler Murray.
Ireland's back.
That's our fourth game decided by a field goal as time expires this week. It's already been a fun one. Our highlights are coming up, but we get back out to Vegas. Jack Collinsworth.
Maria, Kyler making it look easy coming back for the Jets. Nothing has looked easy offensively, but New York, a championship-level defense loaded with stars at every level, like you just saw. Sauce, Quentin Williams as well, just held the Chargers under 200 yards of offense. So what is it that makes that defense stand out?
Well, Jack, it's personnel, number one. We saw two of those guys, but they're well coached. They're sound. They don't make mistakes. But, Rodney, it all starts up front. And they've got Quentin Williams, who, to me, he plays just like Warren Sapp used to play for me. Yes. He eats up blockers, dominates the inside, makes it tough, and that allows little brother Quincy Williams to run free and make plays behind the line.
Coach, they can get pressure from the inside, they can get pressure from the outside, but watch this defense. They actually drop a guy and get pressure with three guys from the outside. Then you look in the secondary, Sauce Gardner against Devontae Adams one-on-one. This is going to be the story of the game. And Sauce, we talk about his physical characteristics, but he is a smart football player. Excited about him.
And you talk about Sauce against Devontae. I talked to the Jets coaches. They said he's not going to travel with him all game, but in key situations, look for it to happen.
I like that matchup.
I
like
do too.
The Jets defense going to have an opportunity to shine. They're facing Aiden O'Connell, rookie quarterback, making just his third ever NFL start. Now, he did help Vegas put up a season-high 30 points last week. So let's get to know the Raiders' fourth-round pick.
Aiden O'Connell. What's the best sandwich? I'd probably go with a bunch of meat, add some bacon, and pickle, lettuce, seasoning, vinegar, oil, all the stuff. Your most useless skill? Juggling. I'm above average juggler. Gotta go no look. Yeah, I can't. If you were a superhero, I would like to be able to go invisible. I'm the invisible man. Go to warm-up song. I've been up all week, not getting any sleep. It's Tell Me You Love Me by Galantis. Look it up.
We're getting to know the rookie. He's a stash guy, too. We're learning a lot of things. Juggling's hard. Jason Garrett for Christmas, you gave me the juggling.
I did. How you doing with those?
Still can't do it. Chris can. And that's okay.
Tried to teach you.
You did.
Got to keep working.
But Aiden O'Connell, okay, he's 25. He's making his third start. Zach Wilson, just 24. So we got some young QBs on both sidelines. What would be the key to scheme something up to help both of them in this game?
I think for O'Connell, it's about making it easy for him, allow him to read things. With Josh McDaniels, they have more tight formations. Last week against the Giants, they came out, empty formation, spread it out. Let O'Connell see what's happening. Middle of the field's open. He finds Jacoby Myers. Fast 5-year throw. Myers, you do the rest. Then right here, finds Renfro in the same type of play. Middle of the field open, quick slant. Chris, I think that's the key. Get it to the playmakers, let them make plays.
I hear you. And I like what you said there with, spread the field a little bit. Makes it easier on the quarterback. The Jets, it's about run game and then play actions and bootlegs with Zach Wilson. If they put too much on him and expect him to throw 45 times a game, they're not going to win the football game. But in these moments, when he's got a little space from the line of scrimmage, he can read the field downfield, he's got a big-time arm and he can hit these throws. Again, here's another play action pass. Separation from the line of scrimmage, and then, okay, he doesn't like what he sees downfield, and Jason gets the ball to this guy, Breece Hall. That's important for the Jets.
Yeah, Sims, it's pretty simple to me for both these guys. Make it about the running backs. Make it about Breece Hall. Make it about Josh Jacobs. These guys are elite players. Don't make it about the young quarterback. Hand it to them. Throw it to them. They should be exhausted after the game. And so what happens is you get 8-man fronts, and all those plays you're showing, those deep over routes, that's when they come alive. Make it about the running backs. Take some pressure off these young quarterbacks.
Right.
Okay, Jason, I hear everything you're saying, but I want you to take a look at this video right here, because the wide receivers right now, they're having a party in Vegas. They're all getting together, and they're like, nah, we want the ball. Okay?
They're going to get it. They're going to get isolated coverage, Marie. If you run the ball, that's when those guys make the big play.
Devin Smith up the middle. That's what he
want to
wants.
hear that. All right, guys, let's get straight to the highlights. Titans taking on the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, the Bucs looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. Mayfield looking for Mike Evans, and it's dropped.
Yeah, missed opportunity by Mike Evans, but he was the difference in this ball game. The explosive plays between Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans were the difference. He caught 6 for 140, and here he is later on in the ball game. He's too good a player. He's going to carry this Tennessee Titans defense into the end zone, and they're laughing about it after.
It's all about redemption, okay? He wanted to make the tough catch. All right, it's the last game that we have in Europe this season. Look at this retractable roof
impressive right
in
there.
Germany.
That was probably the highlight of the game, honestly.
Yeah.
For the Patriots.
Yes, guys, look at Bill O'Brien. Just having a little chat with Mac Jones, but it was heated. To the fourth quarter we go, and this is why he's intercepted by Julian Blackman.
Yeah, the chat didn't help much. Mac, a little bit of pressure, not too much, underthrows, and ended up being a big play in this game, Maria.
10th interception of the year. He leads the NFL in that category, so the Patriots would make a change at QB on the final drive. Bailey Zappi is coming in.
Crowd went crazy. Zappi! Zappi! Gets in, 2-minute drill, comes up short, pass over the middle. Not really sure about that throw and that decision.
Okay, well, let's get inside the mind of Bill Belichick and see why he made the change.
Bill, what made Bailey Zappi the best option at quarterback for them?
Yeah, I just thought it was time for a change. Yeah, look, I made a decision. That's what it was. And we'll deal with next week.
Matt, do you still feel like Coach Belichick has full faith in you as the starting quarterback of this team?
I mean, at the end of the day, I got to play better. So, I mean, to make people believe, you got to be better. So, I'm not sure. I don't know.
So it's interesting timing, I think, to make that quarterback change. We were all sitting around wondering why in that last and final drive. What was your reaction to seeing the change?
Just unusual for Belichick. He's usually one like, stay the course. We're on to Cincinnati, right? I mean, he never does rash decisions like this. This late in the game, make it about one guy. I found it weird.
Piggybacking off that, I totally disagree with that, because did Zappi get any reps in a 2-minute drill to pull Mac out at 1 minute and 52 seconds left? You're going down to try to make the game-winning drive.
Right.
You pull Mac out, you put Zappi in. I mean, a really hard situation to put Zappi in, and it didn't work out.
The hardest situation for a young quarterback. I was really surprised by the decision.
Patriots have 17 or fewer points in 8 of their last 9 games, so it hasn't looked too great for them offensively. We'll see if the change continues moving into Week 11. All right, another FNIA alert. Seahawks taking on the Commanders. We're all tied up at 2nd and goal. Geno Smith.
Geno Smith on the run, a little sprint out to his guy, Tyler Lockett, in the end zone. And offense is broken out here in the fourth quarter between the Commanders and Seattle.
We've been waiting and waiting, and there it is. All right, we're waiting for it to end. A little warm-up. This is how Devin used to warm up back in the day.
Hey, I had a little something with me. He's not moving, though.
Alan Lazard brought up the soccer ball.
Soccer?
Little footwork.
You gonna play football today?
Be right back.
This is Football Night in America, served by Applebee's.
So Raiders owner Mark Davis made a change. Josh McDaniels won only 9 of his 25 games leading the Raiders, so now he is out. Linebackers coach Antonio Pierce is in, and he's 1-0 as interim head coach. And Rodney caught up with the Raiders' new boss earlier today.
Head coach Antonio Pierce. Man, that sounds pretty cool. What do you think?
It is cool. This whole deal is quite an experience. obviously I've said it before, but, humbled, man. You know it is, being a former player, then, working your way up the ranks in the coaching ladder and just, we all hope and want that opportunity. And obviously I have it here with a team I grew up cheering for. Excited.
What's been the last couple weeks for you being head coach of the Raiders?
I'll tell you what, you get pulled every which direction now. Even like this right now, you just get pulled. You get to the stadium, get right to it. But, it's fun. Like, been here, done that in a sense. I've had opportunities in different professions of my life, different careers of being a leader, being a guy, the lead man, and make tough decisions and do the same thing here. And at the end of the day, it's football. It's simple, right? We understand what's going to happen. They're going to snap the ball. It's going to be run a pass. Let the Jimmies and Joes take over.
So many of your players have come out and publicly supported you. Devontae Adams, Max Crosby, Josh Jacobs. How does that make you feel?
Feels good because, it's a players' league. They're running. That's the reason we're standing here today, right? Because people come and watch these guys play. And when you have the respect of your players, your peers, your coaching staff, and and more importantly, the organization and fans, it makes it come to work, very easy.
Great interview. I like that last question, too, because I just think about Devontae Adams and the look on his face, hearing him talk to the team after that win. So it's a re-energized group, and a lot of it starts with their leaders, guys like Max Crosby, who went off for 3 sacks a week ago.
Yeah, and Max Crosby, to me, epitomizes what this Raider team is all about. He's talented, but Rodney, the effort, the energy, the hustle, the never give up. Yeah, he's got moves, but look at this, just intensity.
And this is what Coach Pierce told me about Max Crosby. He said everyone looks at Max Crosby because of the example he sets, the effort, the energy, just everything that he plays with, and he's so unselfish and puts the team first. He's awesome, Coach.
But let me ask you one question. Why would you ever single block that guy?
Coach, I would never single block that guy. I would always have a tight end or running back chipping on him, Jack.
I talked to the Jets quarterback coach tonight, and he said, you were right. He will not be single blocked tonight. So.
Crosby, opportunity to feast against that offensive line, gave up 8 sacks last week. And the revolving door of Jets right tackles, they have allowed the second highest pressure rate in the league, according to Next Gen Stats, powered by AWS. And, Coach, if this turns into a 3-point shootout, we have some very talented kickers that could make a difference.
Yes, Greg Zuerlein and Daniel Carlson, they've only missed 1 time combined inside 50. So if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking, get that ball inside the 35. Points are going to be hard to come by. Let these guys kick.
But also, Coach, you think about those 4th and 1s, those 4th and inches. Do you kick the field goal? Do you go for it? Something to pay close attention to.
Take your points tonight.
Great.
One of us going to win the game for you tonight.
You would have thought we'd be talking about the kickers on the pregame.
I love the kickers.
Coming up,
Let's go.
All the highlights from the biggest games around the NFL. Football night in America.
Good Hands Moments, presented by Allstate.
This is my moment. This is my moment. I'm ready for my legacy. It's only begun. I'm the one.
The Texans walk off with a win.
Intercepted by the Browns. Go ahead and take your shot. Take your shot.
Wide open. You check.
This is my moment.
Football Night in America is brought to you by Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Jason, you remember this? Tonight's the rematch of the Heidi game from 1968.
Maria, a little before my time.
Okay.
They went to the movie Heidi instead of finishing the game. Raiders come back with the New York Football Jets to get the last laugh.
Yeah, that's the AFL Championship game. Joe Namath, Don Maynard, led the Jets to a 27-23 win. New York went on to win their only Super Bowl title in franchise history with that one. Yeah, it's not before your time, Jason.
Yeah, and Joe Willie guaranteed that.
Yeah,
there he is right there. Me and Maynard.
Oh, hey, it's Namath.
There he is. Nice jersey right there.
Beaver Falls right there, Simsy.
Yeah. Western PA.
Jets. All right, let's take a look at some of our highlights again. Falcons taking on the Cardinals. Kyler Murray making his debut. Hasn't played since December 12th, 2022, and he looked comfortable.
He looked beyond comfortable. It just speaks to how freaky he is as an athlete and a quarterback.
This is ridiculous.
Right? Ridiculous. He ran 80 yards to get a 15-yard gain in a clutch moment. He's supposed to be coming back from a knee injury.
It was a 13-yard gain. Does that make you feel any better?
Fine.
No. Okay, Murray this time going deep to Trey McBride.
They found something in this Trey McBride. They drafted him last year. He's a really good tight end in both facets of the game, run game, pass game. Great job adjusting right there to get that one.
Yeah, the great news is that sets up the 23-yard field goal for Matt Prater. He lines it up. He knocks it down. The kick is good.
Yeah, Prater. I played with Prater in Tennessee. He's as good as they come.
That makes you feel young because they still playing.
He's old. I'll tell you that, Prater. You're old.
All right, Saints taking on the Vikings. Remember, Josh Dobbs just got here. This is his first home game. He doesn't know where the locker room is, but he did find it. To the second quarter we go. Dobbs looking for his new buddy, T.J. Hawkinson.
He found Hawkinson a lot today. I mean, Dobbs is magical. He comes out here again. It looks like he's been there for 5 years. Look at the swag.
Look at the swag. Everyone go get your jerseys now. All right, remember, Derek Carr did go down this game. We'll have an update momentarily. So that means Jameis Winston is going to come in the game in the third quarter. And Winston steps right up, makes a play.
You can see it was 27-3 when he gets in. He finds Olave for a touchdown. Then he goes across the field and finds Perry for a touchdown. Maybe not the throw you want to see, but Jameis Winston brought a spark to this offense coming in the game late.
Yeah, and that's Perry's first NFL touchdown and his third career game, so he's excited about that one. We'll go late to the fourth quarter. The Saints down 8. Winston again with an opportunity. He already has those 2 touchdowns on the day. The opportunity is downfield and it's intercepted, though, by Brian Murphy.
Yeah, Jameis Winston was letting it rip. He's trying to make a play right here. Byron Murphy comes up with the interception. They would have another chance at this trying to come back, but fall short. Joshua Dobbs continue to make magic in Minnesota.
The Vikings win their 5th straight game, okay? And Josh Dobbs, his second. All right, let's go on to the Chargers taking on the Lions. Justin Herbert, Brandon Staley, can they get a victory? They're down 7, going for it on 4th and goal.
Oh, a lot of fun this game. There was no defense, and there's the rookie first-rounder Quentin Johnson from TCU. Easy touchdown pass, but this was the theme of the day all day, Maria. I mean, nobody stopped anybody, and then it's Brock Wright over the middle off a play-action pass. Jared Goff looked great.
Yeah, 25-yard touchdown is good. Ensuing drive, 4th down, LA down 7 again.
Oh, thinking, they're going to throw the ball just to get the first down. They're aggressive, and he hits the man for the Chargers offense, and Keenan Allen.
Okay, so we're tied at 38. Next drive, it is a track meet for
Hey, 4th down didn't matter in this game. Just go for it. We'll think about it later, and he finds Sam Laporta.
Wide punt.
Just keep it going.
Okay.
500 yards of offense today.
And then Riley Patterson, he steps up. He knocks down that 41-yard field goal, so the Lions get the victory, 41-38. You mentioned all those yards of offense. Let's take a look at what the QBs were able to do in this one.
Oh, Jared Goff. I mean, they're one of the best play-action teams in football. And then the two-headed running backs, the monster running back Montgomery and Gibbs are impressive, right, guys?
Yeah, offensive shootout. What I love about Detroit's offense is their offensive line. The reason they're so balanced, they run with 2 different guys. The play-action game, they got playmakers outside. I just love how they're attacking defenses. They did it all day long today.
Agreed.
You can tell we got quarterbacks on the outside because they're all excited.
I know,
this was disappointing. No one played defense. No one decided to get a turnover, a stop, make them punt. It was just up and down. We're watching the game like, who's going to make a play on defense? And the Chargers came off, they look like they're getting better. Honestly, They played some bad offenses, and it showed today. So I want to see defense, though.
Okay, I hate to break it to you. We're going to talk about quarterbacks a little bit more because Josh Dobbs right now is a fairy tale, and Mike Florio had a chance to catch up with his teammate, T.J. Hawkinson.
Yeah, and it's his favorite target, too. And they've got a history that dates back multiple years. In the offseasons, they'd both be in Tennessee. They would work out together, and T.J. Hawkinson told me whenever he got a text from Josh Dobbs that it was time to go throw, he would go. He loves catching passes from Josh Dobbs. So he was thrilled when Dobbs became his teammate. And he said when Dobbs starts scrambling, he just finds an empty spot where he can get open, and Dobbs trusts him, and they've got that connection that goes back multiple years. Also in that game, we saw Derek Carr get injured. He has a concussion, right shoulder injury. I'm told that the belief is he's avoided a major problem with the right shoulder. The bye week comes for the Saints at a perfect time. He could be back in a couple of weeks. And also for the Falcons, Taylor Heineke exited with a hamstring injury. He left for the day. Desmond Ridder finished the game. They also have a bye next week, so we'll see whether he'll be available when the Saints and the Falcons get together in 2 weeks.
All right, thanks for the update, Florio. It's time for an FNIA alert. Your update is the Commanders taking on the Seahawks. And how about this? Washington trying to tie it up. Sam Howell looking for De'Ami Brown. touchdown.
Man, what a throw, right? I mean, Howell's must-watch TV. It's either good or bad, but it's fun to watch. I know that.
Not going away.
No, he's not.
Shootout out in Seattle.
He's firing it.
All right, we got about 28 seconds left in the game. We got the Seahawks driving and trying to get ahead in that game. We'll keep you up to date as we get you set for Sunday Night Football. Jets taking on the Raiders in Week 10.
Here we go, boys. Here we go. Come on, baby.
Hey-oh, let's go, let's go.
And you have to be here.
Look at this. That was some trickeration right there.
Hey-oh, let's go, let's go.
Way to make the play, young man.
Let's go. Gotta have it all.
Oh, my goodness. Let's go. Oh, a dice roll in Vegas. There was a party at the quarterback.
Let's go.
Josh Jacobs. Resounding Raiders win.
This is Football Night in America.
Let's go.
Served by Applebee's.
All right, welcome back to Football Night in America. Jets sitting at 4-4, trying to keep playoff hopes alive. But it is time now for the DraftKings Sportsbook 3 play. Matthew Berry, take it away.
Thank you, Maria. Hey, let's think about how this game plays out tonight. We know the Jets' offense has been struggling. We see Max Crosby and everyone getting after Zach Wilson. He's under pressure, so what does he do? He dumps it off to Breece Hall. In fact, Breece Hall has had at least 3 receptions, I should say, in 5 straight games. And so I like the over on 2.5 receptions for Breece Hall today. I think he's going to be heavily involved. You heard Coach Garrett say, hey, let's get Breece Hall the ball a ton. He's going to get a bunch of work tonight against a Raiders defense that allows 150 scrimmage yards per game to opposing running backs. So I like an alt line here, over 75 rushing and receiving yards for Breece Hall. Now, I don't expect a ton of offense in this game overall, so I'm taking the under on 35.5. 23 out of 30 primetime games this year have been under, including, and the last 3 Jets games have all gone under as well. So again, that is my DraftKings 3 play for tonight. Breece Hall over on the receptions. Breece Hall over 75 rushing and receiving yards, and under on the total. It should be a fun game with a lot of Breece Hall tonight, Maria.
All right, thank you, Matthew. Let's go back to the highlights. Giants taking on the Cowboys. Happy Veterans Day weekend. George W. Bush on hand to perform the coin toss today. And remember, Tommy DeVito, he's the 10th rookie QB to start a game this season. He is taking over for Daniel Jones here. And to the first quarter, here we go. No score, but not for long, okay? CeeDee Lamb into the end zone.
Yeah, and there was a lot of touchdowns for this Cowboys team. Tommy DeVito, the pride of New Jersey, but this was all Texas, all Dallas Cowboys, all Dak Prescott. Finds Gallup here on the long touchdown. I mean, we just saw touchdowns from the Cowboys all night.
Yeah, you're right. 404 yards for Dak Prescott, 4 touchdowns, just 1 interception in this one. Still 6 seconds left. I think the Cowboys got it in their second matchup against the Giants, dominating yet again. All right, we talked to you about the Seahawks. They're driving Geno Smith. He's able to strike and get in field goal distance to DK Metcalf.
Big third down conversion late to DK. Gets them in field goal range. Geno was big at the critical moments.
Yeah, 369 passing yards, 2 touchdowns in this one. And remember, all the scoring started late in this ball game. There it is, the game winner. So the Seahawks walk away with the victory, now 6-3 with that 29-26 win over the Commanders. Back to the highlights. 49ers taking on the Jaguars. Remember, they lost 3 straight games.
Yes.
So we had some questions.
Oh, yeah.
Brock Purdy in the game's got some answers. They're healthy now.
I think they remember too, Maria, because they came out mad as hell, and this was a great play by Brock Purdy to start. The weapons were all healthy. McCaffrey, Debo, Kittle, and that's when Shanahan's dangerous. 2nd and inches. Jaguars playing aggressive, stop the first down type of defense. One-on-one downfield to the linebacker. Kittle touchdown.
66 yards. He could have skipped to his Lou all the way into the end zone. No one around him, okay? Longest touchdown of Purdy's career. Then Debo Samuel, we like to see you in the game.
Oh, that's how they play their weapons off of each other. Shanahan's a genius at feeding them. You worry about McCaffrey. There goes Debo on the reverse around the edge.
Remember, he missed the last 2 games with that shoulder injury, and then Purdy again.
Brock Purdy looked really good. I think he took a little bit too much criticism during the 3-game losing streak, but the 49ers defense was dominant, and the offense was hitting on all cylinders all game.
We've literally seen everyone score except Christian McCaffrey. He scored in 17 straight games. Remember, if he gets to 18 straight, then he sets the NFL record. Can he do it?
Oh, they were trying. This was the 3rd straight time he touched the ball, and they couldn't get him in the end zone.
Oh, Okay, well, let's hear from Christian McCaffrey after this win.
Yeah, I suck. Everyone else on the team scored, except for me.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Right? It's a lot of pressure on yourself, Christian.
That's really good.
Yeah, but let's talk about the 49ers. We just saw their offense and what they were able to do, but defensively, Devin, since you keep harping on it, we saw Chase Young. He was added at the trade deadline, the difference that he made, and they had the Jaguars turn the ball over 4 times in this matchup.
And this was after they already added Randy Gregory. Right. But every team's different. Some teams like to pay those corners and different things like that. San Francisco puts a lot on this front. They want to rush the passer. They don't want to blitz. They want those 4 or 5 guys that are rushing to create the pressure. And, boy, they did that today.
Yeah, they were impressive. I think they've had secondary issues, but what's the best thing to fix the secondary, like Devin said? Get more pass rushers, and I think Steve Wilks is a little more creative with his game plan today than we had seen in the losing streak.
Yeah, when you're building a team, you have to address the weaknesses on the team, but sometimes you have to continue to bolster the strengths.
Right.
And it's been the strength of this defense for a long time. They've doubled down, they've tripled down, and it showed up today. Trevor was uncomfortable right from the start.
No doubt.
You saw that 5 sacks on Trevor Lawrence on the day. The 49ers defense was working, so was the offense. And Mike Florio, you had a chance to catch up with Chase Young and talk about his brand new squad.
Yeah, traded to the 49ers by the Commanders 12 days ago. Didn't have anything bad to say about the Commanders, but a lot of great things to say about his new team. He felt it the moment he walked in the door, uplifted by everyone, coaches, front office, teammates, everything about the experience in San Francisco he loves. He said they really take care of their players here, and I'm blessed and very fortunate. He's only under contract through the end of this year, but he said he's not thinking about next year. He's trying to enjoy the moment with the 49ers, and he got off to a great start.
Yeah, huge win. That'll always make it a little bit easier. Aaron Rodgers in the building again. Checking in with Antonio Pierce here.
They played against each other.
We want the Aaron Rodgers drawback. That's the highlight for the Jets.
Did he warm up tonight?
Pre-game throws.
Come on.
Welcome to the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff.
Aaron Rodgers is sitting down in the field. He's hurt.
The Raiders have fired head coach Josh McDaniels and general manager Dave Ziegler.
This is a new day. It's a new chapter. It's a new mindset. We're tired of losing.
We're all taking receipts on all the people who continually mock. I'm going to be more than happy to share them with all of y'all when it's all said and done.
Play with the edge and the swag. And we walk out that damn tunnel, and everybody watching to see it.
Give me the depth, and then watch what I do.
Raider Park. Commitment to excellence.
Just keep swinging. This game is over.
You inspire the shit out of everybody in the league.
Right, the dog shit. Enough talk. We just got to go do it.
The absolute fight, the dog in this room. I'm proud of every single one of y'all, man.
Down there on 3, 1, 2, 3.
As you can see, it's 2 head coaches that make their players want to come to work. Antonio Pierce, former undrafted linebacker, became a Super Bowl champion and following a strong start, he wants to prove that he's the man to lead the Raiders forward. And on the other side, Robert Saleh, he's kept the Jets afloat even after losing Aaron Rodgers in Week 1 to injury. Let's go on the field presented by Hyundai. Coach, a couple of talented running backs on both sides tonight.
Yes, they are, but the key man for Robert Saleh's Jets is this man, Breece Hall. He's dynamic, he's tough, but he can hit the big play, Jack. And they've got to feed the ball to him. He's got to get 20 touches tonight because not only can they control the line of scrimmage, but he can hit the home runs for them. This is where their big plays will come from. I expect to see Breece Hall with a big night tonight.
And for me, I'm looking forward to seeing Josh Jacobs. And they told me from a coaching standpoint, they want to get back to their identity. And that's running the football, that's controlling the line of scrimmage and being physical. They also told me they want Josh to touch the ball 25 times tonight. They don't care if it's run, if it's passing. But he should get a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, both these running backs are going to be key tonight.
They definitely will, but you guys have been talking to everybody before kickoff. What have we learned so far?
Jack, everybody I talked to, coaches and players on both sides, talked about fundamentals, details. Thomas Morse, the Jets punter, was just telling me, I got to kick high with hang time. I can't kick the ball in the end zone. Little details are going to be important tonight.
What I noticed is Hunter Renfrow. This is a guy 2 years ago, he had over 100 catches, and now all of a sudden he's forgotten about. They need to implement him back into the Raiders, into the offense, and Michael Mayer, the tight end.
Got a chance to catch up with Mark Davis for a little bit. He said it's been like a reboot these last couple of weeks. Said the best part for him is seeing all the players excited to now come to work again. It's been fun to watch this team enter this second chapter this year.
And you know what? I just talked to like 3 coaches, and they all said the same thing. We love Antonio because he's so positive. He's the same guy. He doesn't change.
Let's go back in to Maria Taylor.
All right, guys, you know who also doesn't change? The Steelers and Mike Tomlin, all right? They've been finding ways to win all season. Let's see what they do against the Packers. To the second quarter we go. Jalen Warren for 16 yards into the house.
Matt Canada, their offensive coordinator, has been calling plays from the sidelines. It's a new energy. They're running the ball really well, over 200 yards against Green Bay.
Yeah, Warren had 101 of those in the fourth quarter. Under a minute in the game. Packers down 4. Jordan Love looking. Finding Jaden Reed for 46 yards.
Jordan giving him a chance at the end of the ball game, but the story of this game was Pittsburgh's red zone defense. Green Bay kicked too many field goals. They showed up one more time at the end of the ball game.
Yes, Pittsburgh has 18 takeaways. That's tied for the most in the NFL. Tip of the cap to you, Mike Tomlin. They're 6-0 in one-score games so far this season. Texans taking on the Bengals. Joe Burrow and the squad seeking their 5th straight win, hosting the Texans. Third quarter, Bengals down 20-10. Burrow and Jamar Chase, you know the name.
Oh, this is special right here. The Bengals offense wasn't great through the first 3 quarters. This kind of jump-started things. And oh my gosh, what a throw. Scrambling to the left on the money to Jamar Chase.
Okay, if we were impressed by Joe Burrow, let's talk about the rookie, C.J. Stroud. 407 yards passing last week, but he can run too.
I feel like I talk about him every week, Marie. This is all we do. I'm so impressed with him. He might be the greatest rookie quarterback I've ever seen. He was phenomenal once again today.
Late in the fourth quarter, Bengals still down 10. Burrow looking, but it's picked off.
What? Those are not mistakes you see Joe Burrow do very often there, and you're thinking, wow, that's kind of the game, because Texans don't make mistakes. C.J. Stroud doesn't throw interceptions.
Of course he does. Oh, he's intercepted by Cam Taylor-Britt on this one, and Joe Mixon would end up scoring a touchdown, so that means that Cincinnati would be within 3. The next Texans drive, though.
Yep, Biggett throws it down the field to Tank Dell, and the rookie DJ Turner from Michigan does a great job knocking the ball away, so it's 3 and out, and now Joe Burrow and this dangerous Bengals offense got the ball back again, Maria.
Yep, the ensuing drive, and a huge play, 64-yard gain to Tyler Boyd here.
Oh, awesome play down the middle, and what great pursuit here by the Texans to not give them the easy touchdown, because we got a 3rd and goal, Maria. Burrow's comfortable in the pocket, game over. What?
Ball dropped. I can't believe it.
Can't believe it.
Boyd so sure-handed, but yes, that ball goes down. Bengals would end up kicking a field goal, so we'd be all tied up at 27. It's okay. It's okay. Ensuing Texans drive. Tell me if you've seen this before. C.J. Stroud trying to lead a game-winning drive.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's just another, it's a rookie quarterback and another clutch drive late in the football game, putting the ball on the money. Noah Brown was his go-to guy. You saw Dalton Schultz, and then here's Noah Brown one more time. The pride of Jason Garrett.
Go ahead, Noah Brown.
The league.
Let's go. 7 receptions, a career high, 172 yards for Brown. Matt Amendola just signed this week, and he is good from 38 yards. The Texans move to 5-4 for the 2nd straight week. We get to see C.J. Stroud lead a game-winning drive. The rookie is hyped. The entire team is hyped. And this is exactly what they had to say after the game, because really, winning games like that must feel good.
Yeah, man, it was after I threw the interception, I think they had scored. And I let them know, man, I got your back. Like, I know I made a mistake, but that one play doesn't define me, and I'm gonna go prove myself again.
You don't have much to prove left, rookie. We've seen it. We've seen it on the field. All right, the Browns taking on the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, and he's stepping up. Ravens up 17-9. He gets it to Odell Beckham Jr. 2nd straight touchdown. Last week it was on his birthday. This week he just gets one for fun.
Don't worry about this relationship anymore. OBJ catching slants. He has done that for a long time, catching quick throws and doing the rest.
Okay, Deshaun Watson was a little hobbled in this one, but he still found ways.
He made so many plays, sometimes running and scrambling, but other times buying time. Right here finds Elijah Moore for a big touchdown late in the game to give Cleveland a chance.
Next possession, Jackson's throw is up, and we got a tip drill going. Greg Newsome runs it back 32 yards.
Yeah, Baltimore seemed like they made enough plays to really dominate this game, but plays like this, ball tipped up, Greg Newsome goes and gets it, and then he finds the end zone, which really got the Cleveland team going to end this fourth quarter.
Both teams had a pick six today. Dustin Hopkins, though, he steps on the field, misses the extra point.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Hate to see it. Okay, but the Browns are able to get the ball back, still down one. Deshaun Watson scrambling again.
Here he goes again, buying some time, breaking a tackle. Now he's into the secondary. Now it's a brand new game. 1:30 left. You're in field goal range. All Deshaun Watson right there at the end.
Okay, redemption. We're on redemption again. Hopkins, the opportunity from 41 yards to get the win, and it is good. How about that? The Browns get the victory, 33-31. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, this is the third time they've lost a lead and a game because of it.
Yeah, and this Cleveland team in the first half could not capitalize with being in the red zone. 3 trips, no touchdowns. Second half, 2 trips down to that red zone. Walk away with 2 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt getting one of them, and we saw the Elijah Moore touchdown, the other touchdown, that really turned the game for Cleveland.
Yeah, do you ever wonder how hyped the locker room is after a win like that? Well, here it is, okay? Just hop on IG Live, let us know. I've never seen Amari Cooper smile so much in my life.
Jason, have you seen Coop do that?
I've never seen Coop like that.
Like jumping, singing, laughing, all of the above. The Browns couldn't be more excited. Let's talk about it, Chris Sims. What did you see from the Browns on offense?
Well, I'm excited, too, because like Devin McCourty said, the defense is full of playmakers. Now, if their offense can get going, watch out for Cleveland. And we know, the run game for the Cleveland Browns. All right, that's the one thing you got to defend. And Jerome Ford, he's a beast, and it's one of the better offensive lines in all of football behind Bill Callahan, who's one of the best O-line coaches in football. Then you got Kareem Hunt. They're very creative in what they do there and getting both those guys the ball. We saw some Deshaun Watson magic, and then if they could get the ball to this guy, and Njoku, we know Amari Cooper, Elijah Moore, who you saw in the highlight, and Watson starting to round into the Deshaun Watson that we used to know with the Houston Texans, making some plays off schedule, and seems to be more comfortable in the pocket throwing the football. Cleveland, that defense is real. If that offense gets real, watch out for Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, and impressive that he was able to do that on a little bit of a hobbled ankle, but I mentioned it before, the Ravens blowing 3 leads so far this season, those resulting in losses, and what have you noticed, especially in this week?
Yeah, like Sim said, Deshaun Watson looking like Watson of old in Houston. And I talked to Kyle Van Noy after the game. He said they let themselves down by not keeping him in the pocket. That was a focus for them coming into the game, not allowing him to be so dangerous once he's able to escape and run or escape and throw the ball.
Yeah, no doubt. I was shocked by this game. For Cleveland to go in there and beat this team, I get it's a division game, all that. Yep. But Baltimore has been dominant the last month of this season. They've beaten some really good teams at their place. And it looked like that early on in the ball game. But Cleveland's resilience to keep coming back, the guys who struggled early made all the plays. And Baltimore's got to figure out this fourth quarter. 3 times, like I said, they've squandered leads late.
Yeah, the AFC North is a little bit crazy. But think about it. Joe Burrow threw 2 interceptions. Lamar Jackson threw 2 interceptions. They play on Thursday night. They're both going to want redemption. That's going to be a pretty interesting one. All right, let's get back to the Texans. And Mike, you had a chance to check in with Tank Dell.
Well, and I wanted to find out what has made C.J. Stroud so special. We see the ability, we see the energy, but there's also preparation and leadership. Tank Dell said that he texts every week clips of the upcoming defense as late as midnight to the receivers, and it inspires them to put in the work and the effort, too. And we see what it's building for the Texans and for C.J. Stroud in that passing game, Maria.
Yeah, C.J. Stroud was absolutely tremendous. We talked about what he did last week. That was 470 yards. Take a look at this week, 356. He's got Joe Burrow on the other sideline. He's not phased at all.
I'm amazed by this guy. This is pro football. First 9 games in the NFL, he's dominant. Almost 500 yards last week, comes back this way. What impressed me the most was he throws the interception late. Some guys go away. He never goes away. He kept coming back. He's the guy that was difference down the stretch.
He's already one of those quarterbacks that you say he makes the guys around him better. Tank Dell was too small coming out. Noah Brown, Cowboys, he's not good enough. Dalton Schultz, we're not going to pay you. C.J. Stroud says, come on home, guys.
Come on.
We're going to be a good football team and go win, and you guys are going to play big for me.
Put a 1:33 up on the clock. I'm going to drive us down, and we're going to get the game-winning field goal. No problem. All right, it's time now for Barry's Bet, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Matthew?
Hey, thanks, Maria. Just a reminder, my DraftKings 3 play for tonight is Breece Hall, all Breece Hall, over on the receptions, over 75 yards from scrimmage, and I like the under in the game tonight. Now, it stands to reason. That brings me to my Barry's best bet tonight. If I like the under, I think there's going to be a lot of field goals kicked tonight. That's right. I've got a kicker prop for you. You haven't lived until you've had to sweat a kicker prop. So give me Greg Zuerlein over 1.5 field goals made. Look, he's made at least 2 field goals in 4 straight games. Jets, top 5 in the NFL in terms of most field goal attempts per game this season. So you heard me. Greg Zuerlein, over 1.5 field goals made is my Barry's best bet tonight. And a reminder, today on DraftKings Sportsbook, new customers can bet $5 and pocket $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, everyone can get a no-sweat same-game parlay every single day. Just use the promo code SNF when you download the app and sign up. When we come back, it is the best of Week 10 when Football Night in America continues.
All right, we are just minutes away from Sunday Night Football in Week 10. Aaron Rodgers checking in with his buddy Davante Adams and hoping to get his Jets over 500 with a win tonight. But first, let's get to the best of Week 10. We had 4 walk-off wins. Let's listen to a couple of them.
The Stroud to their feet. 3 seconds left. Here's the snap. It's a good one. The hold is good. The kick is on its way. End over end. And it is good. And that will end the ball game. The Browns have won it 33-31. They've come from behind. They've erased all the mistakes today.
38-yard field goal attempt from the left hash mark for the victory for Matt Amendola. Here's the kick, plenty of leg, and it's good! The Texans walk off with a win. Cincinnati, Matt Amendola at the buzzer. Nobody said it was going to be easy.
Shout out Browns Radio and Texans Radio, Tom McCarthy and Mark Vandermeer. Yeah, you guys are excited. Huge wins for your squad. Devin, what about you? What's the best out?
I'm loving watching Joshua Dobbs, playmaker, running with the ball, throwing the ball. He's doing everything. But his leadership is awesome to see. You can see the guys on Minnesota excited to go take the field, celebrate and win them right away. This Minnesota team's like, we still can win without Kirk Cousins. Let's go.
It's amazing what he's doing. This guy right here, he's steady Eddie. Jared Goff, phenomenal today. 333 yards passing. Stands in there, makes big throws. That's his guy, Amon-Ra St. Brown. The Lions, the offensive line, they ran the ball at will today as well. When they do that with Goff and play action, watch out.
San Francisco's defense was off the charts, but so was this guy right here. Struggled the last few weeks, but Brock Purdy came back with a vengeance today. Line 1 for playing quarterback is instincts. This guy's got him. We found Kittle. This guy was all over the place all day long. Great day for Purdy.
Yeah, all the toys were back, and it looked really good for the offense of the 49ers, but you guys were so impressed with the defensive line. 5 sacks against the Jaguars, and they also forced 4 turnovers.
The personnel, the adjustments I think they made during the bye week with Steve Wilkes. I mean, they got so many good players up there, and then they stress you out with how they line up on that side of the ball, whether it's linebackers standing in the A-gaps, but of course just the 4 guys across the board. Armstead, Bosa, Chase Young, Hargrave. Is that a Pro Bowl defensive line or a regular team defensive line? I think that's what impresses us.
I mean, the last clip, that was a 3-man rush. You're not supposed to get to the quarterback that fast. But I think their ability to create one-on-one matchups with so many good players up front makes it so hard as an offense. Who do you prepare for?
They just keep coming at you and wave. They get in the track stances and they pin their ears back and they go. And these guys are playing 15, 18, 20 snaps a game. They're fresh the whole time. Trevor Lawrence had no chance.
He was gushing watching that 49er D-line today. He just kept turning around going, do you see these guys?
Hey, guys, we started out the season, week 1, we're like, 49ers, that's the best team in the NFL. Remember, they went on that 3-game losing streak. Where are they now after seeing what they were able to do in week 10?
They're back. They're back. They're number 1 team. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, okay. Well,
everybody's been talking about Jacksonville. For them to go down there and do what they did, really impressive.
All right, guys, it's time now for our home team picks brought to you by Lowe's. And let's go ahead and get things started with America's pick. All right, 55% of America is going with the Jets today. How about that?
Well, I'm going with those crazy Jet fans too, Maria. I am. I think it'll be a low-scoring defensive struggle. I just think the Jets got too many playmakers on that defensive side of the ball. Somebody will make a play for them to get the win. 12-10 Jets.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Jets just for James Kaminsky.
I'm going with the Raiders. I think they continue to ride the wave of the new coach. It'll all come and stop next week in Miami, but they get the win tonight.
There's going to be a lot of Josh Jacobs, a lot of Breece Hall, but the best unit out there is that New York Jets defense. I think they'll be the difference.
All right, let's check in with Florio and Matt Berry.
Oh, what's wrong with the Jets offense? Is it Zach Wilson? Is it the whole unit? I don't care. I can't do it again. I can't pick the Jets again. Give me the Raiders tonight.
I'm just going to tell you the next two games for the Jets are the Bills and the Dolphins. The Jets need to win this. I think they're going to be the more desperate team. Their season is tonight. I think the Jets win in a low-scoring game, Maria.
Okay, maybe the guys with the best feel are the ones that are out there in Vegas. Jack Collinsworth, who are you guys going with?
Yeah, Maria, last week the Raiders, they smoked a lot of cigars after beating Tommy DeVito. I think the Jets defense, it calms the Vegas hype. Give me New York. Coach, how about you?
Well, I'm going to take the Jets, too. Robert Saleh told me it's a race to 20 points. I think they'll get there if they run Breece Hall and take some shots downfield.
Really excited to see Devontae Adams tonight. I think he's going to get the ball early. He's going to have a huge night. I'm riding with the Raiders. I think they're going to win tonight.
Is that because you talked to the head coach?
What's that?
You talked to the head coach. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. Let's send it back out to Maria.
All right, thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of your time in Vegas. All right, we'll see if the Jets can get above 500 or if it's going to be the Raiders that are going to be riding that momentum a little high. Another cigar smoke in the locker room, Jason? I don't know.
Have some Cubans ready. I know that.
Can we get invited to this party in Vegas?
Hey, look forward. Get happy. You're going to see some defense tonight.
Yeah, or bad offense. Well, I don't know which one.
We'll see you guys at halftime. Enjoy the game.
This has been the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff. Spanish language audio provided by Telemundo Deportes. Or watch tonight's game in Spanish on Universo.